Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first live of Cryptid Conversations. We're going to be coming to you live from now on, hopefully. I'm Caster MJ, and along with me, I have my two co-hosts, Ian,
How's it going?
as well as Deadly.
Hello.
And before we get started,
A comment.
I just like to let everybody know that this podcast is sponsored by Immortal Workshop. So if you're going to be shopping MetaZoo, you might as well be shopping with a partner. Immortal Workshop is a partner, and he also has got native pre-order bundles up right now. So make sure that
I gotta hide that.
you're shopping at Immortal Workshop, and you can use code Caster's Corner in checkout as well. But yeah, we're just going to test out live streaming here. Do our episode live this week.
I'm so nervous.
We make idiots of ourselves either way, you know. So what difference does it? What difference does it make? It's not like we edit the videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't even
Throw it up.
You bought the editing thing just so you could just copy and paste it on there.
Yeah. So this episode we're going to be talking about some of the native spoilers that have happened. Our very own Ian got his own spoiler to share with the community today.
I did.
So,
it was. I forgot the name of it already.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Charnel.
Some fan you are, bro.
I know, right? Charnel House Visit.
I mean, this is hard to pronounce, though. I will say that. I can't pronounce the ones that I like. I know that much.
I am really glad that they decided to put the pronunciations in the cards.
Yeah, but I still can't read
Did
some of
they?
them.
Did they still do
Yes.
it?
Yeah, at the bottom where like the flavor text is.
And there we go. There was my spoiler for today. So it's a spell. Costs 2 dark, and it's place a dark or spirit beastie from your limbo or cemetery into your chapter, and if there is a real preserved corpse within eyesight, bookmark 2. So basically, it's like a beefed up necromancy, in my opinion. For dark and spirit, anyway.
Yeah.
And then if you have dead people with you, you get to
Now,
bookmark.
we got to wait, obviously, until the set releases and until...
I want to say they're gonna make a token that's a preserved corpse token.
Nah, I think that they're going to...
Because that says real, so
It's real.
Yeah,
that's irrelevant.
I do think that they're going to add this, though. This is what I was leading to. I think that they will add corpse onto the fourth wall list, and I think like a taxidermied little, something would count, honestly. There's no way for us to know until they do update it, but I'm hoping they do. I like this card personally. I even like the artwork on it. It reminds me of something that would have been in Seance.
Yeah, it's very dark. It's very, very.
Yeah.
Well, it's Seb. So Seb did Black Mass, and it kind of reminds me of same art and kind of style as Black Mass.
That's exactly the card it was reminding me of, actually. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I like this actually. I think that if they do allow the dead corpse, that this could be very playable. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's bookmark 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like runner up the
It's an
bookmark
extra-
now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the next one in line. Well, actually, Dark also has that. What's that Christmas one that you get to bookmark like 5 or something? Oh no, that's Aura. That's generated Aura. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I
Yeah,
have that
6th
right
day
here.
of Christmas.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's dope. That's gonna be crazy come Dark Tower.
Yeah.
But let me ask this: what has been your favorite card that you have seen so far? I'm going to you first, Deadly.
No, great.
In
Let me
all-
pull this up real
The
quick.
person that doesn't look at spoilers.
Yeah, I just
Oh, you not?
I've been looking at them sometimes. I mean, I have been going on. I think I've gone on MetaZoo Archives, that specific posting 3 times.
Yeah.
Now 4.
Now 4.
No. I could probably give you one out of here if I just look at it real quick. Which one I kind of like the most? I think it was a flame one. What the hell is this? Nah. I mean, I have no idea. I don't have an answer right now. What's this one?
All right. Well, My favorite, I'll tell you, so far has been, again, I don't know the names, but
Ooh.
I know by saying this, Ian will know which one it is. It was the one that Harley got as a spoiler.
Achialabapa.
Achialabapa. Sounds like something.
Achialabapa.
Sounds like it would be in an Aladdin movie.
Achialabapa. The only reason I know how to pronounce it is because it's in the bottom corner.
Oh, really? But that card, I saw that card and I was like, "This is crazy. I like this. I like the art. I like the artwork on it, but I like what it does. I think it's a crazy card.
No, it's very good, and I liked it so much I actually featured it in this week's trivia that I'm doing.
I saw that. Yeah, I just saw that. You dropped that just a couple of hours ago, I think, right?
Yesterday evening, I think.
Oh, yesterday?
This morning?
Yeah.
No, this morning. This morning, 9 a.m.
I know I watched it today. I can tell you that much.
That's a good one. And I don't want to give away the other one. I like the other one that I used as well for another reason. But if I say why, it'll give away the trivia answer. So I can't.
But I really like this card, and I'm not an Earth player, and I'm not a Light player. But after seeing a lot of the spoilers for this set, I've been thinking about playing Light actually, which is not, that's Deadly's like first love, I should say.
It's not my forte anymore.
But I'm considering Light for the first time ever. I've built like maybe 1 or 2 Light decks ever.
What are some of the other Light cards that you're considering?
So actually, I like some of the cards that we've seen in previous sets with some of these cards, like what's his name, Bojum or whatever. Yeah. I think that if people could get I said this in our team chat the other day, but nobody agreed with me apparently. But
that's usual for you.
Yeah. But I think if people could get their hands on some of these Earth Light combo cards and build an Earth Light deck for Earth Tower, I think it would take some people by surprise. And I think there's some powerful cards that are now in that combo, Mm-hmm. But I got to pull up like Deadly's pulling up,
Well, I'm looking at it. I found a card that I read recently that I actually was like, what is up with this one?
So what is it?
Try to pronounce it.
Oh, it's actually the easiest one to pronounce. It's Rise of Turtle Island.
Rise of Turtle Island.
That's not hard. But dude, it's pretty crazy. I mean, like, dude, first off, you can only have 3 per spell book. So it's like if you can cast it a 4th time or have 4 of these. So it's like I think it says if you have 4 mountain leg tokens, then you do not create a Turtle Island token. You do Turtle Island token.
I don't think this card is that crazy.
Has 1,000 LP. That BC with 500 of damage attack. Immortal, magic proof, unblockable.
I'm not seeing that one on the archives.
No, it's definitely on there. It's right next to the.
It's like one of the big ones. Not the
big. Yeah, it is
one
of the big ones.
It's like a medium one.
Yeah, it's right on. It's right underneath like the fusion auras almost,
All right, so team, hear me out. You play one of those.
I'm hearing you out.
250 LP Earth artifact with, I guess it's an artifact, so it doesn't even swing until you get all of them. So that's kind of lame. I gotta finish reading the cards, but it's got immortal and magic proof. But once you get 4 of them, 4 mountain leg tokens, then you create a massive beastie.
I hope I face somebody at Towers trying to use this card because I don't think it's that great.
If you could use it as like a blocker, it would be better. But to be honest,
I think it's too slow. I think by the time you want to do what you want to do with it, your LP is going to be down already, and it's not even going to pop off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even talking about Tower. I'm just talking about I like the card.
I got you.
It just ended up being, I thought it was a flame card, but this, not this one, but when I saw this, because I read it earlier, and I personally think that is sick card. You just have to figure out how to make 4 of them. I keep saying it. But
that's 3 per spell book. You need a 4th.
Yeah.
Well, if you read the last sentence.
Ooh, see, I haven't even read the whole thing yet. Yeah, look, Cutthroat, Gassy and Turtle.
Gassy and Turtle, New Piazza. You can replay some spells, but you're really going for the win con there.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, New Piazza.
Ooh.
New Piazza is a beast.
Matrado.
there you go, embedding the soul with it. See,
Yeah.
I'm onto something with the help of my friends over here, and y'all are just shooting me down.
First off, they're not your friends.
Also,
Second,
you like to shoot me down. Hey, look. I'm
thought
in
we
the
were friends,
screenshot for the
Sam.
turtle. I was there when it was pulled.
oh my gosh, I didn't even. Jesus. So,
Whoops.
Ian, what has been your favorite card that you've seen for the native set so far?
Oh, geez. There's been a lot of good ones, actually. I'm excited for a lot of them. There's a lot. My favorite spellbook type is Dark Earth. It has been since Seance. So there's been a lot that I've really been interested in. I think the one that I really like, and I'm trying to find it here real quick, isn't actually Dark or Earth. It's Dark Water. It's Winalagalis. Partially because I was able to have a hand in spoiling that one.
Gotcha.
But also, oh cool, it's already on screen. Still getting used to the whole live thing and bouncing back and forth. I don't have two monitors on my desk, so I'm bouncing back and forth. But because of the combo you can do with it, which is, you can use your a lightning in the bottle on your opponent's beastie to give it first strike, and then contract Winalagalis. He just wanted to say panty.
I like the spirit.
Is there really a card named that?
There is actually.
There is, and I like the spirit cards in this set. But go ahead, go on, Ian.
No, you can contract it to kill cats. You can contract it to kill Thunderbird, right? Anything with first strike. But you can also use your lightning in a bottles in a more strategic way to give it to your opponent to then take it out
and then contract him. Yeah.
So I think it's a really interesting counter to lightning, especially for water spellbooks.
No, it is a cool card. I like the artwork on it too.
Right now, I got to find some panties.
No, so I was gonna say I like the actual. It's if you're on the archives, it's the one right underneath the panties. It's the Cabinet of Skulls, the one that we saw today.
Oh, it's a good one, yeah.
That card. So I've messed around with a Spirit Dark mill deck. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on the channel before. It's not the most competitive in the world by any means, but it's a very fun deck to play, and it messes with your opponent, and I like to mess with my opponent. So like just at like an LGS or games with your friends and stuff like that, it's a fun deck to play, and I feel like this one would be perfect for me to just slide in there for a little bit later in the game.
Why can't I find it? How far up the page is it?
It's you just passed it, I think. Right there's Panny.
There's Panny.
Oh, on mine, it's right below Panny.
Cutthroat must be editing and adding stuff in as I reload the page.
He's just removing things to mess with us. Delete.
This card's pretty beast though, because you could just choo your way to victory. You know.
Yep. Yeah, I actually had someone reach out to me today to verify. It doesn't have to be a real skull for this as well. So people are already immediately seeing it and thinking, okay, how can I use this?
But yeah, I guess we don't know until they update that fourth wall list, right?
It doesn't say real skull, so you could have like a crystal skull or something like that. But I do wonder. I don't know if there's any pages currently that need bone. But you could double proc a bone skull with bone or skull.
I'm sure there will be.
I could see bone being something, at least in the future if it's not already.
I like it gaining spirit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's cool.
I love that.
Yeah, but it just you take out the medium's third eye, which is going to be a target anyway, and it loses the spirit, right? Well, no, it doesn't say it gains it and doesn't lose it. Right?
Mm-mm. Well. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you got to play this card before you play your artifacts. So like, if I have Ghost Train, like I'm holding on to my Ghost Train. If I have my Medium's Third Eye, I'm holding on to it. This is for Aura, so I'm assuming it's not going to be one of the first cards I'm playing.
Right.
So I'm hoping now. Yeah, I'm hoping now that you're throwing your artifacts Deadly thinks he's smart and he's holding on to his absorb auras and shit, and I just fucking smack this thing down, and now he can't use his absorb auras, and I got my freaking ghost train out there, and everything is going to ghost train now. You know?
Well, ghost train's an artifact, so you better have ghost train off after this.
But it doesn't
Ghost
matter.
train
Even if
costs
you don't,
more
it
than
goes to
this.
the afterlife, and you just recontract it.
That's true.
Wait. I guess any artifact.
Yeah.
So you could you could continually bring back, what is it,
Yeah.
familiars you can put in the afterlife?
Familiars, if you have a familiar in the arena, you can move something from your limbo to your afterlife, but that doesn't count.
It has
for
to
your
go
thing.
from the arena to the afterlife. It can't go from the limbo cemetery to the afterlife.
But you have
Which
Cabinet
a
of
lot of
Skulls out, and
people-
you can just take stuff out of the afterlife. So you could use this
Yep.
with familiar to get what you want to bring back.
Well, it says contract any artifact in any afterlife by paying its aura cost, so it's not necessarily anything, right? Just artifacts.
Just artifacts.
This artifact.
So not
Does familiar, is it any page or only?
no, I think it's
Place a beastie from your limbo.
BC.
Okay, that
And you could keep recontracting fetish artifacts.
Yes, that is a good point. That's actually a good connection there.
That's another good one. That was a fun card to be playing with and messing around with, honestly. I hope we see more
Super
people
strong.
using that card in the future.
Fetish artifact. I stopped using it before I found out the trick with it, which is to have multiple, and then you proc one off of another beastie, but then you proc the second one off of the original.
Off of that, yeah.
The original fetish artifact.
Yep. And you just keep making copies of the artifact.
Yep.
It says page. It says make copy of page. Target page.
Target BC.
Target a beastie in the arena, pay that beastie's aura cost with any aura, and awaken this artifact. This artifact is now considered a beastie instead and gains the printed attacks of the targeted beastie until the end of turn. So that first one, you pay whatever aura cost to turn to steal.
Oh,
the
you
attack
can
of
do
the
a zero
beastie.
cost copy for the other one.
It'd be, is it a zero? It's a one cost.
It's a
You do a
one
one,
cost.
and then you do a one cost copy on your second one against the first one.
that
and
legal?
It has that same attack. It is.
It's legal. It's legal.
It's legal.
Yeah.
That's like
So that's what
gray
I'm
area.
saying.
So, that's how you want to use your fetish artifacts, is to
And that's how I'd be using this to recontract some artifacts as well, you know. It's pretty fire. Oh man.
lost
So what are some other spoilers that we've enjoyed seeing so far?
Well, now I want to see
and
Panty. I don't think I actually read Panty.
Panty is one of my favorite artworks so far, actually.
Let's see.
Right there, yep.
Open a new tab. Let's get that bigger. I can zoom too. We're
I
learning
think that
tricks.
artwork is cool. That artwork's real cool. He's wearing like the
Ew,
mask
bag of
and he's got the
small
big
teeth, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want that. I don't want that anywhere near me.
What if you have the skull for the other one and you put it in a bag, so the teeth are in a bag and you got the skull? Does that count?
I've never been
Wow,
more
how
excited.
big? How big are the teeth? Are they big teeth?
Small.
Are they
It's
huge?
a shrunk.
They gotta be-
It's a shrunken head.
I've never been more excited to be a father and playing MetaZoo.
That's so
Why?
funny.
You just collect their teeth like the
Collect
tooth
the teeth,
fairy.
yeah, when in a few years, my eldest is
That's
5,
funny.
so she's about to start losing some. Maybe. How old are kids when they lose?
I was
their
just gonna say I don't even know. 16.
Either way,
tell you.
I'll be collecting that stuff. Put them in a small bag.
Bringing them to MetaZoo tournaments. You'll be selling them at tournaments. I got small teeth.
It's okay. They're my daughter.
I got small teeth. Who needs a fourth wall? Who needs a fourth wall? $5.
Oh. Actually,
That's
that
fun.
reminds me. There's one card that I was really excited about, and I don't know the name of it off the top of my head because I can't pronounce anything. That has to do with denying fourth walls.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
Does anyone in the
but-
chat
Yeah, I think
remember
there's
which one
something.
that is?
But that's up my alley in playstyle. You know
Is
that.
it the wolf? It's the wolf.
Oh,
It's the wolf
no.
one.
Is
It's
it?
this guy.
What's that bunny one too? I don't know if I've seen that bunny. Oh, I have seen this card.
Awakule Hide the material for the attack. Does 40 damage, extra 20 against Cosmic. But the attack effect, if this attack damaged a caster, target fourth wall item is not considered active or within eyesight until this beastie leaves the arena. So you could hit the caster 4 times and take all 4 of their items away. So something like, if you're going up against a Frogman deck, you take away their bottle of water or their cup of water.
Liquid water, yeah.
Their liquid water. They have to, target this beast. It only has 40 LP, but it's also invisible, so it is going to be harder to hit.
Yeah, and he's got fleet.
And he's got fleet.
And invisible. I like the invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah, you just said that.
Yeah, I like that invisible. I'm reading the card. I'm not really fully listening.
Did you guys know this thing has invisible?
It's got fleet too.
All right. But no, I do like it. I do like that one a lot.
But I was stoked to read that because the only other card that I know of that deactivates fourth walls is your favorite one there from Magicast last year.
Yeah.
Fourth
wall. And I still use that card. It's still almost always in my side deck, or I should say in my archive. But yeah, I usually keep at least 2 copies in my archive just in case I'm going up against a frog, because I don't have much to. Actually, in my deck that I've been using recently, I don't really care about frog because I don't have any beasties in it really. But like for most commonly, I'm throwing 2 of those in my side deck though. Because I don't really prep for frog that much, so I just get rid of the water and then you can't do anything. But I have noticed something actually about this set, and it has to do with the fact that we're invisible. I think that we've seen different traits in this set, and I like that. We're seeing a lot of traps. I don't necessarily like that, but we're seeing a lot of traps. We're seeing a lot of invisible, and then I've even seen like venomous, I believe. And
there's one pretty cool card with it.
Yeah, and like that's something that we just haven't been seeing in past sets. I think there's maybe there might not even be. There probably is, but I don't know any cards that have venomous on it besides this new one that I've seen. But I've seen a bunch with traps, and that's got me kind of worried because I don't want to face trap decks going forward in the future, and I feel like that's what we're going to be seeing a lot of.
I'm excited for some that we've seen. Let's hold off on that for a second because Trey has a question for you about what matchups your fourth wall has helped in the most.
I mean, I most commonly play Spirit, Flame, and sometimes like Cosmic or Electric. And I usually use it when I'm playing Flame against Water. That's where it like comes up the most. And again, it's for the frog. And that frog usually just like locks down all my beasties. I'll put out like Piazza and they'll frog the Piazza. So I try to use it on frog mainly is the main reason. But I have just found other reasons for it here and there. But really it is just to go up against that water deck and frog. Most of the times, and I've said this on the podcast before, most of the times when I play somebody who is a frog player and been playing frog, since frog has been the thing, they're pretty cocky about when they play that frog, so when I follow it up with a fourth wall, they're usually like, what? And I'm just like, yeah, sorry, dude. And they're not expecting that. They're usually expecting somebody to do something like, I don't know, Hateful Demise it or something like that, or Mistletoe it or something else. They're not usually expecting the fourth wall from my experience. So I use that just pretty much for the frog, honestly. The downfall of it, though, is that the opposing caster does get to get rid of one of my fourth walls, too. Mm-hmm. But most of the times it's something like, all right, let's say my Quetz deck. All right, get rid of my light bulb. I'm only hitting for 10 less. It's not making that big of a difference. You know what I mean? Compared to your frog just completely does not work now. So,
well, he actually brings up a good point. I mean, maybe you want to verify it, but I think it's just the extra bookmark. It's like liquid water in sight, bookmark 2, and then the power still happens. So
yeah. Yeah, no, he just can't put my BCs to sleep and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Or I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't play Frog.
We can look
I don't play
stuff up.
Frog.
Well, I just got done with the tower, which frogs were
That's
rampant, and I'm pretty sure that it's just bookmark.
Mhm.
So, but still, it slows them down.
Yeah, it definitely slows them down for sure. I mean, it is an artifact that they could kill. Like that card would not have worked in Tower. You know what I mean? Like it would not have worked in Water Tower. Let's just say that, because it's an artifact that's what, like 50 LP or something like that. Like
it's like 90 or 80,
maybe
80 or 90 LP.
80's not that bad, but still for Tower, like that Chessie would have just smacked it in one hit, and it would be gone, and your Frog is now working again. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just can't do that power charmed.
Yeah, you can't do the power.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. The power is if there's liquid water within eyesight, target opposing pages inflicted with all that crap.
Oh, so it's just the power. So he's bookmarking. It's just the opposite.
He's bookmarking. And he
There
can
you
cast
go.
spells for you.
Because I was thinking that the whole time, and he said it, and I was like, were we that wrong? Were we that far off for Caster Cup? Because we had those in our side deck for Caster Cup, because we were like, okay, if we run against Frog, like other than Mistletoe, but
Take away that water.
Yeah, Mistletoe is good for Frog too, but
I mean, Mistletoe is actually pretty strong, but you can only have one? Or is it two?
I'm pretty sure it's one. So it gets rid of one Frog, I think, right?
Something like that.
He's got blow it a kiss.
All right. So I'm keeping up with the chat. Any follow-up questions? Okay, no, we just answered that. We were talking about traps, so let's get back to that.
Yeah. I know you're excited for the traps.
Yes, and it's because of cards like Miniwashitu, and it's because there are now traps. And again, I don't know every card from every previous set, so there could be one.
This card is wild. I don't think I've seen this.
You haven't seen it, so it's a trap, but it doesn't trigger when being attacked. You may flip this beastie face up anytime an opposing caster contracts a beastie or terra page. So we're starting to see traps that can stand alone. You can put them down. It doesn't have to be under a beastie. And you can flip them during certain scenarios. There's more than one in Native that I've seen that it
They
is
never
like this.
They never had to be under anything. You could have always just placed them face down in the arena.
Who's going to attack them?
But this is the first time. Well, no, they couldn't even attack them, actually. So this is the first.
I think you can target the trap.
Really?
I'm pretty sure you can target the traps. Yeah.
I think
I don't think you can actually pay for it and actually track
I didn't think you could, because it's like in like the lore, it's like you can't see the trap. That's the point of it. It's a trap. You know what I mean? So like the opposing caster can't see it, hence why they swing at another beastie and then it activates the trap type of thing. I could be wrong though. I'm not an MZO. But I like
even the MZO on here right now is getting out the rulebook right now.
But this card it's strong against like every freaking aura type.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too, because the
this is wild.
It's double strong against Earth.
Double strong against Earth. This thing's pretty nuts. You can target a trap. You can target a trap when it isn't under a page.
Is that Matrada?
No, that is Cutthroat. But
Cutthroat. Okay, cool.
Thank you for that. I just learned something new.
Yeah, I thought you could,
day.
but like with the cards that we know about that are traps up until Native, why?
Yeah,
they can't flip it.
So I mean,
you can
run your hand out. New Year's, new beginnings.
Let me ask this: if you target the trap that has nothing on top of it, do you still have to pay the aura cost to flip it? Otherwise,
everything works as normal.
Yeah, so
it's not protecting anything.
Yeah, that's why I would do it then, because you know how many times people play traps and they forget to leave the aura up.
I do it all the time. That's why
That's what I'm saying. I would target it then. That's when I would target. That's the only time I would target it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so Matrada said the same thing. Wait, whoa.
You can move it once per turn.
That one. Trying to offload your hand. So the New Year's New Beginning kind of scenario. We saw that a lot in Ohio.
And yes, you also You can always move it, but I believe again it's only once per turn. But I don't see why you would be doing it more than once per turn anyway. But yeah, definitely Wayward. If they cannot pay for it, I'm targeting that shit. You know what I mean? You know?
Why you gotta be so mean, bro?
Because I'm here to win, dude. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to win. All right.
Pee-wees, we're just going over some of the older spoilers. This one was one that was shown by Termentic.
You got one today, but you probably saw it. You could pull up the one you got.
I'd have to find it again.
How hard is it? Isn't it your spoiler? Aren't you supposed to like carry it around with you all day or something?
Cherish it.
I thought you had a copy in your wallet by now.
That one.
Yeah.
No.
There it is.
I didn't put my logo on it because I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest.
Yeah, but just buy coffee cups and like keychains, stuff like that. But you don't brand.
Not the card.
It's not my card. Yeah. It's something I got to show, which is cool. But anyway, yeah. So I'm really debating trying trap decks, and I'm a little more afraid of trap decks because of these newer cards that they don't have to necessarily be under a beastie to flip them, or have to be attacked to flip them, I should say.
And I don't like them because I'm also scared of them. With like all these cards we're seeing, like native is pretty wild. Like for a player, this set is pretty nuts. Honestly, there's a lot of crazy cards that I've seen. I'm a little worried about like decks that I currently use just not being able to work once native comes out, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Native seems like it's really going to shake the game up a little bit, and I'm not opposed to that. Just let me say that. I think the game not needed, but I think it's always good to keep evolving the game,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to look at this. What is this bunny card? The ghost rabbit?
It's like a.
I haven't seen this one. Yeah, it's a 1-drop. I just haven't seen it, and I saw us scrolling past it. So.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Let me bring up.
What's he on? He's on top of a brain, and it has literally a vertebrae just hanging out the back.
Oh, I know what one you're talking about now. Okay. Giant brain one. This guy.
That guy, yeah. I haven't seen him, but we scrolled past him a few times.
I guess I've been
I don't even want to try to say that name because I'm just gonna say poo.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Chipiapoos?
Chipiapoo. So if a rabbit is with an eyesight, the species ignores the effect of flying. I love that.
Okay, so with that, so if a rabbit foot, so would this proc off of Sam's rabbit foot?
Yeah,
I would guess it would.
Same as flame.
Same as fire.
Yeah.
I would guess it would. Yes.
And it's light, so it's going to go well with the rabbit's foot.
And that means you don't even have to claim it. It's just the card has to be out and in play.
Yeah, but it is a 1-drop. And then what? Sam's rabbit foot. What, you have 4 in there per spellbook?
You're the light player, Deadly.
You can only have how many of these guys do you have in your spellbook? 1?
I can't tell.
Does that say 1? No.
That's
I just see nothing, and then I see
it's nothing per spellbook.
Yeah, nothing. Huh.
How many is that?
I'm telling you. I think
there's no
light,
number there.
I think that they're really trying to make light a contender for the first time. Not for the first time, but like they're bumping it up with this set more than they have in past sets from what I've seen. And again, some of it is dual aura, but light is getting some love. I've seen some light cards where I'm like, damn, this is wild. But I haven't seen this one, but this is I like this card though. Again, invisible, love that. Ignores flying, love that.
So I cut you off while you're reading it. If you want to continue reading what it does.
The next light artifact, that you contract with an aura cost of 1 or 2 enters the arena awakened.
So it's a direct.
Love that.
So that'd be more Sam stuff, right?
It's getting paired with Sam. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Vision warp 20, and no There's no terror bonuses. I love that. That's sarcasm right there. If a caster looked, I can't really read this. My
At a
eyes are
page from the
terrible.
top of their spell book, this turn, this attack deals
Plus
plus
20.
20 damage.
Are there light pages that make you? Oh, it's
Maybe the
Sam
opposing
Sinclair, doesn't he? Doesn't Sam
What?
Sinclair make you show pages or something?
No, he actually makes you
Discard.
and put
Discard.
it into your spell book.
So what light page, if any, would make you reveal?
Make the opposing caster reveal. 'Cause
Yeah.
You would also damage yourself if you were revealing
Oh,
with the wording here, because if a caster, not an opposing caster.
Sam's rabbit foot
Sam's
does.
rabbit foot does.
Gotcha.
It could be yours or. So I was going to
So-
say one of those artifacts. Yes, Sam's rabbit foot, I guess, does.
Sam's rabbit
Huh.
foot. You may fatigue Sam's rabbit foot to look at the top 3 pages of your spellbook, rearrange them in any order,
Nice.
and then place them back on top of your spellbook. So you could damage yourself, but you can get
I remember
away with
reading that card when Nightfall was out, and I was like, this card is so useless.
But that's how
I
a
was
lot
like-
of them are, dude. I think about, so I've been organizing my cards for the past, I don't know, week now, something like that, because I just moved. I moved from Florida to New Jersey, and in that move, all my MetaZoo stuff just got thrown in a box.
Mhm.
All my playing cards, some of them got packed while I was at work, and my significant other doesn't care as much about my cards as I do.
No, I think she
You know what I'm
cares about
saying?
as much. She cares about as much with you shuffling your cards.
Well, yeah, that's true. I do hard shuffle my deck, but so I've been rearranging all my cards, and right now I got them finally just by aura type, and now I gotta set them up by set in that aura type. But I've been just by organizing these cards, I'm seeing cards from like Cryptid Nation again. I'm like, this card's viable again. Like, why are people not playing this and stuff? Like, I'm thinking of like kind of like sneaky ways to bring back like old cards and things like that. All of them have been cards like you were saying, Deadly, where they were not playable. So like I forgot about them, you know. But it's just like we got cards now that they work with. And I don't know who does. Well, I do know who does, but I don't know how the process works for like the R&D and stuff like that, and the play testing and all that stuff. But it seems like they're trying to make it like full circle and everything like that. Like I'm sure there's going to be a time where all this the orbs and everything like that have their place, and all the sigils and stuff like that nobody's using. There's going to be a sigil deck that wins a tournament one day or something like that, you know. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it all goes, but I've been looking at some past cards because I've noticed that too. Like there's been cards that had no use before that now with some cards in Seance and even UFO and stuff like that, they've brought back use in a way.
Mm-hmm. So as we've been talking about light, this is another one
this
that
one's
comes
sick.
to mind.
This one is sick. I've seen this one too. Yeah.
Which is another one that ignores the effects of flying.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we've seen the last one we just talked about also ignored the effect of flying.
And he swings for 90 exactly with his daytime terror bonus, not including the plus X, which is a direct cat's killer.
Direct.
If you
Correct.
can just get the roll, because they both
For
have first strike.
Yeah.
Still
you could luck potion
a
it,
coin
right?
flip.
Or you could luck potion it, right? Or does that not work?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you could do that.
Luck potion that.
But that's like a whole nother card. It's like, you muddy up the spell book when you start just throwing in stuff like that. But I mean, I guess it's like 3 per spell book, I think it says, right? Yeah, 3.
I can't read those.
Yeah, it's 3. I was looking at it on the phone. It's still a sick card.
That is a card. That's a nice one.
The attack effect
Full
is
hollow.
interesting. So it's magic proof, but you could use the toxic water trick to give this power up red. So it would be hitting for 250 at that point because the extra damage caused by the extra LP gain. So it's not gaining 100 attack; it's gaining 200 attack.
Yeah.
Similar to,
like that.
kind of Kinderhook Blob, how that
Yeah,
works.
yeah. There's been a few cards with that. that Dark Earth beastie that we've seen. Oh man, I don't know how to pronounce anything. He's all
This
the
is
way.
gonna be a problem with native.
Yeah, he's all the way at the top.
Yeah, let me switch screens here. Okay, all the way at the top.
DZA
Zovitz?
Zovitz.
Zaovitz.
Let's not put like a
Zav.
French accent on it. He's from Nevada, bro.
Yeah, they're native.
Yeah.
No, but this guy has the same type of thing. Where if you increase the LP, it increases the attack.
Maybe this was the one I was thinking of too, but I think I saw it on.
That can get wild, man.
Yeah. So this guy'd be hitting for 260 and doesn't have magic proof, so you wouldn't have to do anything special to give it power up red.
And it's got tribal boost on top of that. So every time it gets plus 10 tribal boost, it basically gets plus 20 attack.
For giants,
which is
too.
2.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So giants that we know about so far would be this, Cardiff Giant.
Hey, don't give away my spice, all right?
Sherman.
Don't give away my spice.
I feel like there's one or two more. Giant, I'm excited to see more giant stuff though, because there hasn't been a lot of options until now.
No, there hasn't. There's only been what is it, Matlocks?
What,
like
Sherman Beast?
Sherman
Beast.
Sherman
Beast.
Cardiff Giant.
Penny Hans. Cardiff
No,
Giant.
the Penny Hans are
Matlock.
not. Penny Hans aren't even giants. They just help. They help giants.
They're bloodsuckers, sorry.
They're bloodsuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not that many. This is like the 4th or 5th one, maybe total.
I hope to never play against anyone playing Sherman Beasts. That's the one where you have to play in slow motion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And we've just chalked it up to every single attack, not even just the Sherman Beast attacks.
Yeah.
Stalling? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a card mechanic. We're good.
Earth is already slow enough.
Dude.
You don't need to add a card that makes it even slower.
For real, man. Oh man. This card is going to be an issue in towers, I feel like.
Probably.
With the stone skin, when it already has a base LP of 170, it's going to be a problem.
This card's going to, whoever gets this card and has a deck ready to go for it for towers, I feel like it's going to be a good one. You know?
There's going to be a lot of ripping the night before the tower.
It does still die to attacks.
Not if it has Bloodsucker.
But yeah, the Bloodsucker definitely helps.
It just heals itself. If you don't kill it in one attack, then it basically is going to heal majority. I mean, in the tower, you got 369. What is that? 120. So you're healing back 120. So you better be swinging over 120. I think.
So, but it only heals with damage it gives. So let's just use the example of the Tehihans. If Tehihan swings at this thing, it gets 145 damage in tower.
It's only maxed out at 45.
It'll swing back and only heal 45. So it's still got 100 damage on it. So with another Tehihan, it will die.
True.
So it
in
is
a non-towers
doable.
format, though, this thing's a beast.
Yeah, it's a beast in the tower format too.
It is a beast, yes.
This thing's just a beast card, man. Honestly, you get the roll for fear immediately.
Yeah, you're right.
It gets the Bloodsucker, and just like Towers said here, if you compare that with Blood Grimoire, man, and you yourself, the caster could heal each time it's swinging as well. I mean, that's a pretty spicy combo, like he's saying. yeah. Let's see that. Let's see what this one says here. If you have he's on.
Yeah, he's just confirming you're only gaining the 45 LP.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. So it is doable. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be intimidating. And if you're somebody who doesn't have these cards and you're going up against them, it's going to be a little upsetting. You know what I mean? For me anyway. You know, if I can't get my hands on one of these, I'm going to be upset every time I face one. I'm going to be like, God damn it. But I'm preparing myself as best I can for if I get cards in time and if I don't. You know, I'm going to be playtesting with and without some of these things and seeing what I like the best, you know?
So you're going to be at Earth. You're close enough now where you're driving.
I'm driving.
Did you get a ticket to the gala?
No, I didn't buy one. I knew I wouldn't be going up on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So my drive is farther than I want it to be still.
It's still pretty far. It's like you said it was over an hour and a half, right?
It's about an hour and a half. It's an hour and 40, something like that. So me speeding a little bit, an hour and a half, maybe less. So I plan on just being there Saturday morning for the tournament.
Yep.
And then hopefully Sunday morning for the tournament as well.
See how that first day goes.
He's just going to be wandering the streets of New York City.
Yeah, right.
No,
Like late at night on Saturday evening, Sunday morning, early.
I'll just drive home and enjoy the Sunday with my kid then otherwise, man. You know what I mean? It's actually my niece's second birthday that Sunday. So if I lose, I'll probably go to my niece's birthday. You know?
Probably.
That's more realistic.
Not
honestly.
a definite thing.
Probably. I don't know. The team, maybe I'll hang out with the team too.
Just bring her along. It'll be a fun event. There's plushies.
There is. What is there? A pink mess, right?
Pink mess. Yeah. I'm excited.
They showed a couple, but are they all going to be there? Even
Oh, it's the other one. So the rabbit
some of the
is
other
going
ones
to
were
be
for future.
Exploding Rabbit's going to be at Flame Tower in Dallas.
Oh, so they're just
and I've seen
peeking.
a squonk. Now, I've seen a not in the flesh, but I've seen a actual full picture of a squonk plushie.
Nice.
Yeah,
Is that common knowledge?
it doesn't look safe for work. So
Safe for
be
what?
careful. Squonks
You
nose.
You don't know my job.
Moving
my,
on.
my boss just went down to our Florida location and he's like, I went into your old office and thought it would be like you never existed. And he's like, and there's still fucking Pokemon and Metazoo shit everywhere.
Didn't even tell you, like, yeah, I don't love these.
Do you know how many I don't even remember what they're called. They're oh man, what are they? They're critters. They're a type of critter. It's a cosmic though card. It's like I know you can reactivate Flash, the card itself, but there's something critters. I had 30 of those pins, dude. I swear to God, at least like 30 of those.
Oh, Lufferling?
Bald Mountain.
No. It's an actual like the name. It's like the critter, something critter of da da da.
Oh yeah. I know it's still I know which one you're talking about. The critter.
Crazy critter of Bald Mountain.
Yeah,
That's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. I had like 40 of those pins.
I was right.
I brought some of those to my office once to like give to
things.
people if they wanted them, type of thing, and now they're just still sitting there, you know. But yeah, my boss was a little pissed. He's like, "Throw that shit out next time." Oh man.
Why? If he's gonna do
it. Yeah, right. But somebody mentioned before too, earlier, the new Piazza Bird. That's one of the cards that I am super excited about as well. I am a flame player. I am not a flame earth player. But I think with prism auras and fusion auras and all those types of things, I don't even need to throw earth in my deck necessarily to use this card.
That's horribly small. I apologize.
But this card...
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, I just left it alone.
We both did. But this card is beast. Just as Terra bonuses and its status effects, or what is that? What are they called? not status effects. I'm saying the wrong word. Traits. There we go. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of this guy.
240 bonus, 80 times 3.
And
240 bonus.
100 LP, which is more than the other Piazzas.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. I really do.
And it has the win con, and with magma. I don't know if anyone's going to be lucky enough to have, unless they pay a lot of money, have this Pious Bird and a magma fusion aura at the tower.
I mean, they could. They very well could. But
I doubt it.
But I don't know. That's like I was saying before. Like I'm practicing as if I'm maybe getting like 1 or 2 of these cards or something.
I'm practicing as if I'm not gonna have any of them.
But I'm also doing that as
bet,
well.
To be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm also doing that as well. But if like I don't see me getting like my fusion auras and like that other BC we were saying before, and like I don't know, the spells I want or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like I don't see me getting 6 or 7 new gold rare cards that I need by Earth Tower to throw in my deck. It just doesn't seem realistic to me.
Nope.
No, I mean maybe if you're buying stuff at the tournament, but like Ian's saying, I don't have the money.
It's going to be a very short window because you have
Yeah.
release events that can start happening on the 12th for partners. Pre-release events, I should say. So that's what, Wednesday? That's Wednesday. So if you're lucky enough, and you're not far from IHC, right?
No.
MJ? So if they're doing a pre-release event, you could be getting cards early. So you should definitely check with them. So you have up to 3 days before, but for most people, it's going to be the Friday before if they're going to the gala, or if they are, some of the partners I've seen have offered to fly product that has been pre-ordered up to New York City in their luggage.
Yeah, I've heard of a few partners doing that, but from what I know, which is usually not much. Because I've reached out to the local one to me, they don't know when they're getting their product.
Right.
So yet they're able to throw the pre-release event, but he's like, yeah, we could do it, but like
they might not be there by Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to use Seance release decks.
He was literally like, I'll let you know, man. I'll let you, I'll let you know our plans here.
Yep. And we saw that with Seances. There were not all partners or all stores had the product in hand to run the events that they wanted to run until a later date.
So I wanted to click on this one real quick. I'm sorry about that, Ian.
No, it's okay.
I just want to answer. I have not.
We have 2 people selecting comments, so we just
I do effigies. Effigies is my thing. I do Ghost Train effigies with Casey Jones usually, but I have not done Frog. I pretty much stick to either just straight Flame or for right now Flame Spirit. But Ian, go ahead.
I just wanted to highlight what Towers was saying. And if you haven't checked out Towers and Meditu podcast, you definitely should. Very high quality podcast. Really great work.
There's a few episodes out, right?
I think you just released your 5th episode today, Esther, correct?
I've seen the first 2 so far. I got to catch up on them. They're produced very well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was talking to Esther earlier, and it reminds me. I love Radiolab on NPR, and like just the quality of it, and the tempo and the voice, just how everything flows reminds me of Radiolab. And
the mic check with Hodag.
It is so good. So good. Definitely check out Towers and Meditu podcast. But the comment here is, I think that Giants will be pretty obtainable. If you can trade there, they'll likely have non-holo versions. And I guess my only comment on that would be, it depends on when the spell books need to be submitted by and how strict they're going to be about that. So with Water, they were supposed to be 24 hours.
How are you? Oh, dude, I remember him.
Oh, word.
Oh, did you play?
Yeah, it was literally at the last match at Towers.
You might be in the podcast.
And I told him, I was like, hey, join our Discord. I was like, there's nothing going on in there. Just come on in and no one will say hi to you. I'll be the only one that says hello.
Oh man. I try to say hello to everybody. but no, that is a good point though. This one right here that we were talking about before getting interrupted by Deadly. So this is a good point. I'm hoping that they have non-hollow versions for most of the stuff that I want personally, but I'm also hoping that it's not like Seance's pull rates where it took me forever to get even like a non-hollow Casey Jones. And then once I got one though, I got like 5. But but it took me like a while before I got my first one for some reason. It took me a while to get even like special Terra pages from Seance.
Yeah, but
I think I still
often
only have
that
2
early-
Violet Vapors.
How often that early were you trading with people though? Which is kind of the whole point here, right? Is rip with friends, trade for what they need, trade for what you need.
So
I think going for Earth, but
I think this is the value of like having a team and things like that, because I can speak for our team only pretty much. Not all of us are playing the same deck. I don't think any of us are really playing the same deck. We're going to need different things in our decks. So I got a few things that I want. I'm just going to throw Deadly out there because he's a team member. Maybe Deadly's got different things that he wants. If I get what Deadly wants, I would sure as shit give it to my teammate to get him to closer to that victory if he thinks that's what he needs. And if he has something that I need, I'm not saying he needs to. Yeah, exactly.
He's sitting there like, no, I'm not doing that. It's mine.
But yeah,
Go your own.
Well, I think so. There's two things. There's two things of that is we don't know exactly which ones are going to be non-hollow, hollow, unless people know more than I do. I don't know that
Piazza
much.
won't.
But
I
assume Piazza won't, but the Giant might be.
The Giant
I'm
might be.
hoping the Giant. Yeah.
But here's the other thing. The other thing is what do you think the pull rates are going to be in general on the booster box to begin with?
So do you remember, this is my theory here.
Just a bunch of orbs?
So here's my theory. And if my green screen falls, it's because my dog is up my ass right now. But my theory is I don't know if you remember, but Wilderness, a lot of people were disappointed with pull rates. I was one of those people. I opened a lot of boxes. My first box, I got 1 hollow, and it was a Stone Man. Then UFO came out. Hollows galore. There was hollows, 36 hollows in a booster box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was
reverse.
And then
mapping came out on Seance.
So Seance was not necessary.
Right.
Yeah, it was the factories or whatever the freak. You know what I mean? Like with all that stuff happening. But I think MetaZoo is going to, I'm hoping anyway, they take control and they kind of like give it back to us the same way they did with UFO in a way, where they took a little bit of control over there. They printed more hollows. They got it in our hands. They made us happy. Yeah, those cards may not be worth as much money or anything like that, but like I like to bling out my deck. I'm a player. I got the cards I wanted, and I'm blinging out my deck with those UFO cards. And me as a player, that makes me very happy. I got the cards I wanted, and I got the hollows. What's better than that? You know what I mean? I have a feeling that they might do something along those lines. I'm not guaranteeing nothing. I've been wrong a million times before. I'll be wrong a million times again. But I'm hoping that they make the pull rates better, and there's a lot more hollows in the cards that we are opening.
I think they're going to do well with this one. Because I mean, I remember in the Discord, like, so UFO, you're right. UFO had just like full hollows on full hollows, and then Seance was like mapping, but like kind of messed up mapping. Just gonna say it, because I literally had to buy all of my Hateful 8s that I own. And then I on the Discord, I think Mike was like, he's just like, what do you want me to do? Like, he's like, you wanted less hollows, like now you got them. So
yeah, well, it's funny though. Like there were literally the polls. Let's just call it that for UFO were the reverse hollows, and I believe
I still don't have all of them.
I believe to this day they're worth more money than the full hollows because they're rare, which is funny in a way. Like MetaZoo kind of messed with the market with that set. It's pretty dope actually, though. Honestly, again, I'm a player. I don't care about you wanting the hollows to get slabbed up and to sell in 30 years. That's not what I'm in this for. So I'm sorry if that upsets you.
You don't like slabs, bro?
But like, it's a card game. I'm here to play the game, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do really wish that I didn't look at $120 possessed auras and scoff at them now, seeing what they're going
Bro,
for.
tell me about it, dude. I was talking about this with the Immortal Workshop today, literally today. I'm like, bro, could I buy some more seance off you? He's like, just buy the singles, man. He's like, don't keep trying to chase this shit no more. You only like to bling out your favorite aura types. I bling out any deck I'm playing because I'm a little sick in the head.
A little bit. You're finding hollow auras under your couch.
It'll be for like an Immortal Invitational over webcam on Discord, and I'm like, I need to bling this shit out.
It's a mind game. You get in your opponent's head because they're looking at you like, okay, he came to like this semi-casual event with all this blinged out stuff, and he's shuffling it like a monster.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man.
Heads.
I just don't agree with that.
Every time I used to do it when we would play live, like in person in Florida when I was living there, Matrata, since he's here, Matrata would be like, oh, what are you doing, dude?
People cringe.
My cards literally have a bend to them, dude.
Yeah, he's got okay. Hold on. Let's be very, very clear. We're not talking about just any cards. He was hard shuffling Rat King. Let me just say
that's one of them.
I've seen him do it.
If you've
multiple
already,
decks.
If you've already taken it out of the seal and you're not planning on getting it slabbed and you're putting it in your spellbook, yeah, I can see that.
It's a card game.
At that point,
it's
you're
a
committed
card
to
game.
Committed.
Like, I'm not trying to become a millionaire off of a piece of cardboard. Like, to me, that's not realistic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to play a freaking game and have some fun, dude, and win some tournaments.
Well, let's say not everybody trades like two random not so good cards for the Rat King and then gets it before it goes to be $500. Some people are paying $500 for the card.
I traded a token for one.
When I got it, it was like $300 value or something like that. But I just traded some cards. I traded like some Caster Cup cards or something like that I got. I don't know, maybe players. I don't know, but they weren't like anything I wanted. I could tell you that. I wanted that racking.
So Dudley, are you telling me that if you ever get to the point that you're going to open up a wrecking and put it in your spellbook, you're going to like gently shuffle every round?
I'm going to feel a little nauseous. Dude.
First thing you're going to do, first match, you're going to hand it to your opponent to cut, and they're just going to hard shuffle it on you.
I'm going to throw my player stamped hollow lightning in a bottle in my tower deck just for you. All right.
See, that I don't care. I don't care that much about. I don't know why that one just doesn't do it for me. But no,
it's like a $500 card or whatever.
I mean, so basically, when Swifty let me borrow his Manaya for Tower, it was still in the promo packaging, and I was in my room and I was like.
Yo,
I know that one's only just like $200.
Swifty's a real friend.
He was. I even texted him before that. I was like, I can open this, right?
He's like, no, I just gave it to you to look at, dude.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Podcast in a Bottle?
I have not.
It's a newer one that started up. Has
no, I haven't.
Metadoctor and Stanky on it, and the Stanky was at Ohio. He borrowed a Manaya from somebody, and he was a walk-in. Thought he was going to get in by the counts, cut it open, and then didn't get in because some people didn't fully check in, so there weren't enough slots for everybody that was on the wait list to get in. So he cut it for nothing. Heartbreaking story, but really good podcast. If you haven't,
I got to check it out. Yeah, no, I got to check that out. Always open to more content. How long we been at this here, Ian?
An hour and 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Can you not look at your screen? It's like right there.
I'm looking at mine. Mine definitely said 10 seconds. Were you telling the future or something?
I don't know where.
Jumping ahead?
I don't know where. I was still don't. Oh, I do see it now.
Top left.
There we're at. Oh well. Let me just take a few more sips of this real quick. All right.
Are there any spoilers that we haven't talked about that anyone else would like us to show?
Ogo Pogo. That's what Matrada was asking. Like, I don't know,
I don't like
30,
Matrada.
40 minutes ago. See, I remember. So I thought we're friends, right? Right, Matrada?
That's painful. This is a painful comment.
She's
Look,
my
you
type
have-
of player right there. She's my type of player. She cares about play. You don't get a good shuffle unless you shuffle your cards.
What?
Like, come on. You got to.
I don't believe that.
Bro. You're just out there fucking stacking shit. Like,
Wait. Well, that's what you're doing. By a good bridge shuffle, you're supposed to be doing like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So if I'm doing that and I'm shuffling it in like this, weird hand gestures.
What'd you say I'm looking for? Mojo Jojo?
Ogo
Ogo
Pogo.
Pogo Pogo?
I don't know if that's even a card, but he said it. So
It was actually. Oh yeah. No. It's one of Isaac Skylee's.
Isaac, yeah.
Okay.
And it looks traditional Isaac Skyler. I like it.
Really does. It's actually in water submergence. If I can...
But okay, another trap. So
is
again,
that shirt
we're
or
sticking,
skirt?
let's see it. If you were wearing a skirt, I think.
Scarf. Is that scarf?
Hold on, I have it bigger on my screen. If you're wearing a shirt with
Shirt.
an Ogo Pogo on it,
Oh yeah.
beasties that are flipped face up gain first strike until the end of that turn. Beasties with trap deal plus 20 attack damage.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
So you
actually.
could pair this with that other card that you were saying before where it's just a trap on its own and it could be flipped up with
Beastie
the-
Contraction or Terra.
yeah.
It gives
and
them
now
all
it's
first
got
strike,
first
right?
strike. Yeah.
And plus 20 on the attack. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty
I mean, how many traps are swinging for more than like 30, 40?
I don't know.
Because you have Mishi Pesci.
It also
swinging
probably
for,
depends on like
massive,
there's
or not
probably
even
with terror
massive anymore because
bonuses.
it's not tower.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
probably some with terror bonuses that are swinging for a good amount, honestly.
I would imagine that as well. So it's going to pair well for towers. And then there's, as we kind of talked about already, there's a ton of new trap cards that
I
we've
like-
seen so far.
I like that card up top in that looks like that one. Yep. I like that one too. The
What's
other
the
one that
with
we
poisonous? The new one with poisonous?
the venomous. Yeah, that is the one
Or
with venomous.
And Immortal.
Dude, I like this card a lot. I was
Whoa.
talking to people about this one for Forest Tower. I think this one could be pretty good. Tree block, you can't do a lot. So it's got to mess with tree, dude.
I can't see the chat when I have these open and looking at them. I can't.
He said he can't bridge. Tree, you're my guy. I miss you, man. I miss you. Can't wait to see you in New York, Tree. Getting top 32. I already know it, Tree. But this card is dope.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
card
Tree
is dope.
actually I'm gonna show how soft he is a little bit. He was like,
Let's see it.
I kind of really do miss MJ. He's like, I really wish he was
Oh, so
here.
he just talk shit.
He
just
said
talk
that.
shit, huh?
No,
Oh.
he was actually being sincere and honest, and I was like, wow, you're a loser.
Oh, shit. Oh,
No, I'm just
man.
kidding.
Honestly, that was one of my favorite things about going to Ohio was finally getting to meet you guys in the team. I already know.
And the fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
I wasn't there too.
Well, no, I wish you were there, but I already know Tree Block and Frozen Explosion because they're semi-local. They come
Yeah.
down to events. They're 4 hours away, but when my LGS does the middle events, they've come down for those. Which actually, Frozen Explosion took first place. First person on the team actually to get first place. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, great people. Esther suggested looking at Odioso.
Yeah, let's see it. I don't know this one, honestly, so
So this is one that Tormentic actually called out before it was released after seeing the fusion aura. The that has the Odiozo art on the wall.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah.
So this thing's got tribal boost, huh? That's fucking wild.
So it's another giant with tribal boost. So this and
Sheesh.
Zolovitz.
So with Tehihan, you don't even need the water aura for this guy.
You wouldn't need the water, or if you had, one. What is it? Is Tehihan -3 or -2? It's -3.
-3.
Yeah. So you could, if you had 2 and 2, or 2 and 1 rather, on Earth, contracted as well, which is just versatility there.
You could just use 3 Earth pages with Tehi, and you're good.
Yarp. But defender, so defending for math is hard.
340.
Stone skin, so it's another one that you're gonna have to attack head on to take out.
Yeah, this thing's a beast.
Or
dude.
hateful demise, something like that.
And it's got.
True.
Is that lake? I get these confused now. Is that?
Yeah,
lake,
it's not. I don't think it's river. I think it's lake.
That is lake, yeah.
So it's got lake and mountain. So again, mountain is for this tower that's coming up for Earth. That's got the ×3 bonus. Geez, this thing's a beast, dude. I haven't even seen this one. Contract. Destroy all terror pages in the arena except for mountain and lake. You may search any place for basic mountain or lake terror page and place it into the arena. Okay, and then it gets 60. And if you control at least 2 water aura pages, bookmark 1. So again, that's sticking with the water theme right there.
For every attack.
So now let me.
You can have 3
Oh, yeah.
per spellbook.
I was
And
going to
not
ask if fusion auras count for that, but I guess they do because they're basic pages as well.
Yeah.
I think they're basic, and I think they're basic once they come out.
But you can't.
They're special.
I would assume they can't be
you control
fatigued. I would assume they can't be fatigued for Earth though. They have to be fatigued for water for that
What are
to
you talking
take
about?
place. For his attack, the effect.
Oh, water pages?
No,
No, it's
still
a
be considered
special.
a water page,
Wait, what?
right?
No, but it's not. It's neither until it's fatigued, right?
Oh,
once
it's
you-
not actually a water page. It's a special. Right. I don't think fatiguing it or using it for a water aura would then make it a water page.
Mitrata says it's a basic aura page, not a basic water aura
Right.
page. So it's just basic aura, I guess.
It's basic
There's
special,
no-
essentially.
Well, technically, it's not even a special because if I was to play like
both.
Infinite Power, it wouldn't die. I wouldn't be able to destroy it, right? That's only Prism, Neutrality, and Possess.
It has the
So-
special. special auras.
Matrata, just answer me this in the chat. Do I need to fatigue the fusion aura?
Boom.
Okay.
Wait, no, he didn't answer your question. He answered mine.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, all
So
right.
can I use fusion on this or not? Matrata, just answer that.
No.
And if so, how?
He said also not water basic aura, so you can't use it for it.
Right.
So here, this is So fusion aura are basic
said,
aura pages,
nah.
and also not water basic. I know this is confusing the shit out of me.
Well, why don't you just play traps
I don't play
and
traps.
enjoy that?
I'm
Because that's
not playing traps. I'm not playing traps unless it's first anniversary celebration, and I'm not using it as a trap. There's no way. The giant cost reducer is Tehihan.
Taihyun.
I believe it's from
One drop
Nightfall.
from Nightfall.
Nightfall,
Yeah, one
yeah.
drop Nightfall.
So yeah,
Overrated.
Oh.
I like Trey Miller's
I
opinion on those, but they're kind of not though.
I
They're
kind of
They're super strong.
Strong, yeah.
Just think, I mean, it's pretty much, a centralized prism. Like you get to choose between 2 different ones. It's dual, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you have 2 prisms and you have 2 of those, and you're like locked into the dual aura type that you're looking for. Because, I mean, depending on how many auras you even have in your spell book, because I've been running 6 auras in a couple now.
Oh
Ever since I saw,
crazy, dude.
I know, but seriously though,
Crazy,
it's like
bro.
it's 6 aura, 4 artifacts, and absorbs, and you get there half the time, more than half the time. Because if it's half the time, then I'd have to add an extra aura to make it more than half, 3/4 of the time.
Yeah. That 6, I don't know if I could do that, man. I don't know if I could do 6. 6 is too small. I got to do at least 8, I feel like. Eight's the lowest I would go, I think.
Well, I mean, it's a combination of what you're looking to do and like how fast you're looking to do it too.
For towers, I'm not going below 8, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Not for these, dude. Not for these. I don't know. I don't see it. I got to get it out. You know what I mean?
I mean, I am TTS shuffling, so
I can't.
6 aura just comes out all the time. I get a full hand of aura.
I can't.
Like,
I can't risk it, dude. I don't think I could risk that. Yeah,
Depends on the aura effect.
Not for Earth. Earth, everything's too expensive. Everything's way too expensive. I agree with that completely.
Not expensive.
Tehion's not expensive. I know, but it's
then
everything you
part
want
of
to
time,
do.
isn't it?
Tehion, I don't know. Tehion's
It
just what
depends
you're
on if
doing
I'm playing this
fast.
stuff. If I have the builds that I've been making have literally just been like low cost nothing. Like I barely throw anything large in there. There's maybe like a couple large things, but by the time that I'm playing them, I'm like I already have the aura. And I want the draw. So I'm not going to go into my strategic build.
Tell everyone. Ivy, take notes.
She's probably got a better spellbook than me, so don't take my advice.
No, I know she does.
But with let's say you use Tehi, then Cardiff, then your Tehis cost nothing.
Yeah.
But you still need, let's say, like spells, artifacts. I don't know. Earth's still expensive, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Earthquake 1? Earthquake 1? Like,
she knows it too. She's like, I'm coming for you guys. She's like, I'm fucking coming, dude. She knows it. She's making us give up our secrets right now. That's what it is.
I know. She's hating us. That's pretty much it.
That's funny. I mean,
you run your 8 aura. I'll run my 6. We'll check it out.
I agree.
Thank you.
That's exactly what
co-signing my BS.
That's exactly what Deadly's saying, though. But I mean, I do agree to some extent as well. I'm not gonna lie, because when I build a very low cost deck and stuff like that, just to get stuff out quickly and everything, yeah, I probably could cut down my aura costs and throw some other stuff in there. But then the 1 or 2 games where like I don't get my aura quick, I'm gonna be freaking mad at myself. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you.
That happens to me often. I get mad at myself for doing something like that all the time. It could be as simple as like me just not playing. Let's just say like I took out like an Earth's Core. I'd be like, why the frick did I take that out or something like that? You know what I mean? Just it always comes back to haunt me for some reason. This is just me. This is just me with my experiences. If I had 6 aura in there and then I go 2 or 3 games without getting aura, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I fucking deserve it.
You definitely need to go heavier on the aura effects.
Well, you're also consider. I mean, he says it right there. Absorb aura is king. You're thinking about it. You have 6 hard aura, and then you have 4 artifacts with 3 absorb auras at best, maybe even 4 if you want to run it. And then that equals in total, if you want to use one of those artifact essence or whatever you're using, and you absorb, that's a hard 1 aura. Yes, you're only using it once, but you're trying to just like swing it out, and you utilize it for what you need it. You have to be very strategic on where you're playing it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it is very predictable. That is what I will say with the 6 aura, 4 artifacts, and absorbs. Very predictable on what's coming out and when it's coming. But I feel like all of Towers is being like, it's just predictable. It's like we kind of knew what was going on with Water Tower. When we saw it, we went in there with similar builds, but like just minor differences.
Yeah.
So Earth is
and I feel like Earth there's even less stuff to toy with. Again, unless you get some of those native cards or something like that. But honestly, I think Water has a lot more going for it. Again, I've been organizing my cards for the past week. My Water stacks have been like huge, and then like all the other ones are maybe like it's like Water Forest. Like certain ones have had way more cards, you know what I mean, than other aura types. Water is one of those sets. Like Water just has a lot of variety. Granted, there was a few that you knew had to be in those decks, but like Earth, there's just like not that many cards. There's just like even with like the Terra bonuses and stuff like that they got going, it's just like there's not that much option. Honestly, it's like everybody's gonna kind of have the same decks unless they could get some spice from native.
I wish they had just dropped it on April 1st. I wish they just would have done that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I mean? But
2 weeks, next 2 weeks, get the cards you want, play tests.
Yeah, that's in Deadly's world. I get that, but
I'm very pragmatic and logical person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not into chaos here, and we're just dealing with chaos when you got like 72 hours to
just get better, dude.
Get the cards, build the deck, and practice some of it with it.
Well, I mean, you could be practicing now, proxy them in, but you still, even then, it's.
You only have 77 of them out of the 150.
Oh yeah, you don't have everything.
How many are there?
But you could be practicing now, leading up to 3 weeks with what we know about so far. But that's still even risky to get comfortable with those cards in 3 weeks.
Yeah, if I don't have it.
And play around. Yeah, and have the luck of pulling it by then.
That's what I'm worried about right there. That's really what I'm worried about. The luck.
Yeah, no, click that. Yeah, that's important. Cutthroat. Cutthroat's very, very. Yeah, he's like, just point that out. Yeah, because in every single one of the release decks, if somebody doesn't know. No, I'm pretty sure in every single one, right?
I think you're right.
Gumbaroo, I think, was one in the beginning.
No, even stuff like New Beginnings.
No, Roper
New Beginnings was in released event decks. Patient Insight.
Well, yeah, that Patient
Things
Insight.
like
New
that.
Beginnings was just a reprint. Don't even worry about that. We're talking about new cards that are only
next
in
chapter.
Release. Yeah,
next chapter was one. Stuff like that.
Beasties.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, I'm pretty sure Ugwug was one of the ones in there. And then you have Armadillo Man.
Keyhole Crab and stuff.
Keyhole Crab. So, Cutthroat, good job pointing that out.
Yeah. This is stuff you tell us and not the public, Cutthroat.
No,
Team members give away secrets.
He's a public figure now.
He's a team member.
He's a public figure.
He's a Caster's Corner team member.
This would be
Archives,
hard without
Cutthroat Zoo.
Without Cutthroat.
The Cutthroat Zoo
Archives. Figure for president.
Cutthroat Zoo Archives. So for those that don't know, Cutthroat is the one doing most of the work on MetaZoo Archives these days. So he put together the spoiler gallery here and was editing it while we were doing the live.
He's a gentleman and a scholar.
Yes.
He's one of the first people I met in the MetaZoo community, actually. Over
really?
Discord. Over Discord, that is. But yes.
I'm excited.
Did we tell you how we met him? Or me, Harley, and Zach met him in Ohio?
No.
So Deadly and a few others went out. I think you went grocery shopping that night.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was just me, Harley, and Zach just chilling in the dining room area talking, and the door just swings open, and Cutthroat comes in like who's the neighbor in Seinfeld?
Kramer.
Kramer comes in like Kramer. Cutthroat Pie, because his name at the time was Cutthroat Pie, not Cutthroat Zoo, but like he just bursts in, says his Discord handle, and we're all like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die!" It was the most terrifying, epic entrance ever.
He's like, I planned that. I'm not gonna tell anyone I'm coming.
And the fact that he knew what door to come in was also concerning. Like he scoped out the place ahead of time.
No, but I will say I credit Cutthroat a lot to getting me into the gameplay more, I would say. When Deadly and I first started, it was me and Deadly playing against me and Deadly. That was it. And we were arguing about the rules daily because we didn't freaking know them. And we were just like learning as we went type of thing. And then we found the Discords and we started our Discord. And again, Cutthroat was one of the first people who like understood the game and knew how to actually read the cards and stuff like that I was talking to. And he'd be like,
it's hard sometimes.
Dude, all right, so here's a quick example. And this is very humorous now at this point. Deadly and I both were throwing New Year's and New Beginnings in a deck together. And I'm pretty sure Cutthroat's the one who was like, hey guys, just so you know, it's like one or the other. Like a perfect example. You know, we just weren't fully reading the cards and understanding the game, and like we needed just somebody to explain it to us in a way. We 100% did.
Oh yeah.
We 100%.
We were like, this is meta right here.
Keep in mind, this is like a year and a half ago now, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, it was a while ago.
But yeah, so I credit Cutthroat a lot to me actually learning the game. Honestly, you know, it was Deadly, me, Swifty was a part of that crew even actually back then. Arbiter was one of those guys.
Yeah, and then you know, Ian rolled around sometime, you know, a couple weeks ago.
I don't remember how this happened.
I remember how this happened. but no, I remember I found you, I think, through your YouTube videos, and you happened to join the Discord from, I believe, me just like blasting stuff on Facebook.
Oh, probably.
Really? I used to annoy people on Facebook.
Yeah, dude. He would just throw in a group, be like, join our Discord. And he'd be like, yo, Deadly, why don't you want to do it? And I was like, dude, I don't want to just spam people. And he's like, do it.
Admins in these Discords were like, I'm going to ban you if you do this again.
I'm just like, do it then. You can't afford to lose a member.
I would get I would get DMs from just members of groups and being like, yo, can you fucking stop, please? Like, I'm trying to sell my cards in this group, and you're just like ruining my sales by blasting your Discord and stuff like that. I'm like, sorry, dude, I'm trying to get members.
On my Discord.
No, I've literally done that. No, I've literally done that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you found the Discord through just like that, honestly, and then. You
guys ran my first giveaway. I remember
you would post your stuff, and I would watch it, and I remember I would DM you being like, "Awesome video, man! I like the new switch up," and that's kind of like how it started in a way.
And I was like, "Oh my god, he's obsessed with me."
That's me, dude.
Yes. He almost got blocked until he put out a tree branch and was like, "Hey, want to do some collab?"
I got us to like 500 people in the Discord, and I was like, all right, I'll stop pissing people off now.
They're like 500, good. They grow themselves.
Well, we also used to do giveaways to get members too. It's like invite your friends. Once we get to 600 members, we're gonna give away this and stuff like that. And we kind of just stopped doing that in a way. But
well, because every time somebody won, it was somebody in goddamn
which reminds
or like
me.
Austria or something all the way on the other side of the world. And I'm like, great, $30, great.
Which reminds me. Let me shill this out real quick. If you're on Caster's Corner YouTube, if you're not, go to Caster's Corner YouTube.
Yeah, stop watching Cardboard and Coffee.
Screw Cardboard and Coffee. Come over to Caster's Corner. We're getting close to 250 subscribers. Once we get to 250 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway for either a native booster box or a wilderness revival box. Is that what it is? Revive. That sounded weird when I said it.
Revival's cool too. Bring it back.
It sounded weird. But yeah, get us to that 250 on our YouTube, and we're going to be doing a giveaway in the Discord for whatever you want there, either the Revive box or the native box. So yeah, help us get that in your hands.
If we were better prepared,
help us help you.
Our first ever live, there'd be links in the description below, but we suck. So
yeah,
sorry.
You were supposed to do that.
I know.
If you rewatch it
Trying to offload my guilt.
later,
We
you
all
rewatch it later,
Fix
there
it.
will be links.
Abe Zoo.
So, but yeah, what else we got going on, if anything?
I forgot where we were before you so rudely interrupted with your shilling of a giveaway.
yeah.
We were
Really
just
sick
shooting
combo.
it.
Oh, I was talking about how these giveaways are all.
Oh yeah, you send them all over
Opposite
the world.
side.
Yeah. My first giveaway, you Deadly. I remember being like, "Oh, this guy's so awesome. He has no idea who I am, but he contributed to my giveaway." You gave away a Magic Cast box in celebration, I think, of me having 250 subs. It was around that time, I think, is when I did that first.
I was nicer back then.
You were nicer back then, and I was like, "This
Way
guy's
nicer.
awesome."
I think I was nicer
I
back then,
had
too.
hopes and dreams, you
But-
know.
You sent it to some other country, and then I think
Yeah.
my giveaway that time, I had to send it to Australia, and that's when I learned that shipping things to Australia, especially big things, because it was like a booster box and some other things, is very expensive, and just be careful when you're doing giveaways. I don't mind shipping to other countries because I don't want to exclude those people that don't have easy access. But
Yeah.
not knowing how expensive it is, that was a shock.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got the shipping.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Okay. And it's like,
And now it's like
$78.
Please cover half.
So, let me ask this question. Going back to spoilers. Oh, really Saturday. Hey, it's the week of Easter, I believe. That Immortal Workshop Invitational.
yeah, he's not a religious man.
Yeah, but if you're in his Discord, which again I guess we'll link in the later video.
We'll figure this stuff out as we go. This is like, we knew this was in the words of Harley. This first one is going to be a dumpster fire.
We were just worried about our faces being here and like everything operating correctly.
But okay, perfect. You're gonna pull that up, Ian.
How'd you know?
Hey,
The Immortal Workshop does do these tournaments, and they have pseudo environments. So it's pretty cool. You know, I try to participate in them when I can. They're webcam events. So you need to be on Discord, in his Discord, and have a webcam and a physical deck to play. Or you could use your phone as well, but sometimes it's just a little more difficult. But yeah, it's always a fun time. So it's on the Play Network also, so go sign up.
So for that event, the terrors that are going to be active are Basic Ground, Bonaventure Cemetery Suburban, and Dawn Basic. And the fourth wall effects that are going to always be active are playing near a haunted location and dictionaries within eyesight.
So Appendix got that regen.
Appendix.
I use that card sometimes, actually.
I love that card.
I know you do.
For Dark Earth with Humple Dumple in the
You need it for something like that, though.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
you need ways to shuffle.
You need ways to shuffle.
Yeah. Any deck like that, it's a good card for. And be on the lookout for if you're playing against it, because you might want to get rid of it sooner than later, because there's probably a strategy behind it, and you don't want them to get that off, you know? Using his Humble Dumple one, if I get rid of his appendix and then I can control the order of his pages that I place back, it's a bit of an advantage there, you know? So, but appendix is a good card if you could get it out and use it as well, you know? Definitely will help your hand out. So I was going to say, though, going back to spoilers, which was our topic for this episode, is there any artwork, you know, we've been talking about playability the whole episode, you know what I mean? Is there any artwork that stood out to you that you're like, wow, this card so far is probably the coolest one I've seen, or I really like it? Like, I remember, just for a quick like example, to this day, Snipe is my favorite card. And Snipe was a card that we saw like ahead of time. Yeah, it's my favorite beastie, I should say. That's more realistic. It's my favorite beastie in the game. and it's not because of its playability. It's not because of anything like that. I saw the artwork for it for the first time, and I was like, this thing is goofy, and I like it. You know what I mean? And that's literally, to this day, I just think it's a silly looking little bird, and I like it. But I want to know if there's any of the spoilers that have stood out to you artwork wise that you like really enjoy the artwork for, and it could be for any reason, whatever it is. Ian, I'm asking you first.
Well, now I have to go through it. Definitely, there has been some.
I know which one you like already. Actually, Ian, I'll put you, since you don't have an answer right away. I know you reacted to the Dark Aura.
The Dark Aura is amazing.
Yeah, I know. I know when you saw the Dark Aura, you were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. No, I think it's at the bottom of this page.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I kind of like that guy, but yeah, no, the Dark Aura is actually pretty epic. Because it's one of those things like that's nightmarish. Like if you're walking through the woods and you look up and you see a skull being made out of the tops of the trees, you're screwed.
Turn around, go home.
But I want to see this in full hollow, right? So they're bringing that back for the aura bricks. And then the light aura too. I think they knocked that out of the park with the crystals coming out.
The crystals.
Cool.
Like,
I honestly even think the cosmic one looks dope for this set too.
Cosmic's nice. Yeah, they did a great job with the auras this time. Not that they haven't before, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think the light actually beats out the dark for me.
Really?
Really, really.
I'm surprised by your answer, but at the same time, it's a beautiful card, so I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
no, they're both great, and
yeah.
I love like Poncho, like the cards that we've seen from Poncho this set.
Poncho's always been a top dog, but it feels like he's stepped his artwork up a little bit in a way.
Yeah. No,
I don't know, maybe
that's
they've had
bold
more,
of you to say.
Maybe they had more time. I don't know. Maybe they weren't as rushed with this set or something.
Actually, I want to talk about this one, and we'll get to that in a second.
Go ahead.
In a second. So I think my answer is actually going to be this guy.
That's one of the ones that I really enjoyed as well, actually.
Hasuri, coming out of the opalescent moss.
He's just fun looking, man.
Fun looking. It's one of the early ones that we've seen, and I really enjoy the power here because this is one of the ones that I want to try to mix with a water deck. I talked about it in the team chat. So you have this, you have the siren that forces you to attack beasties with traps, and then you mix this with bait robbers. Probably wouldn't be viable for something like towers where you need to have 60%, but you can constantly block and end combat and reflip your traps.
Yeah.
So you can kind of delay until you can get some bigger beasties out to deal with that. And I'm sure there's probably weaknesses to that, but that's one of the decks that I want to try to build that's outside my comfort zone. Because I want to get more used to traps. It's definitely a weak point for me, but I just think it's really, really interesting the effect that this has.
Yeah. I think it's a cool card. I think we're definitely going to be seeing that in decks.
So what about you? What is one that you saw?
So my favorite artwork so far has been actually, I think it's a spell. Let me open it bigger so I could see it. Yeah, it is a spell. I like the Caw of the Raven Mocker. That card, I like the artwork on it.
Caw of the Raven Mocker.
That artwork is dope, and that's another Poncho one.
Yeah.
But
stoked for Raven Mocker finally being.
But if you guys know me, I'm into like the darker stuff, and that's part of what like drew me into MetaZoo. I'm a horror fan, gore fan, things like that. And I was always a Pokemon fan, and I was like, oh, this is like gory Pokemon. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like the exact thing that drew me into the game to begin with. So when I saw this one, I was like, this is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It's going to be a beastie in the set, which now we've seen also. Mm-hmm. But I like this artwork better, personally. It's like a close-up. Looks like he's raging out.
Mm-hmm.
and he's covered in blood, with a dope background too. So
I feel like there's been a few beasties that we've seen that have some pretty awesome spell art as well. There's one with Wendigo.
yeah, what is that one?
Righteous Reckoning?
Yeah.
Which
That one?
I've always loved Righteous Reckoning.
That card
not
is
necessarily
just too
better than the
powerful.
Wendigo art, but still great art. Or Power Up Red is a Mothman one. A lot of
Well, there's a few different power up reds. I use
There is a few
sometimes the Bunny Man one.
right there.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one that I started playing with because I didn't want to use hollows, and now I'm the exact opposite, and I like only use hollows.
Really? I like the alt arts though because you don't see them as much. So when I started going through all of my cards to build my playsets, I made sure to pull these out and keep them.
All right, Deadly. What's one that you like the artwork for? And then I got another question.
I've been looking at these, so I'm gonna pick two. I guess I have like a couple.
One.
Typical Deadly.
Well, one's a spell and one's a
All right, go ahead.
Can I have two? So, all right. I'm just gonna pick a beastie if I have to choose one.
No, do two.
Make up your mind. I'm just kidding. All right. So I don't know. It's tough because hear me out. I like the drumming circle. Because if you look at it,
that's not that one.
I think it's
it's
down.
like bottom. It's in the left-hand side.
There you go. I think
There it
you
is.
just passed
Wait,
it.
you missed it. Go back up. Little yellow. Nope. Up.
Up a little bit, right
There
there.
it is.
Yep. And I think I actually like the artwork on this one too.
So if you zoom into it, you can really see, like
People
just
drumming.
like the whole aesthetics of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm lame, but I
I mean,
liked
you
it.
definitely are lame, but
I also
no, I
like
actually-
the surrounded by
actually like
wolves,
the
and
artwork.
then the gathering of the seven thunders, which are like
what
literally
are we
right
just gonna
next to
name?
each other.
Let's just name the whole set now, Deadly.
Well, no, because I thought you guys just make fun of me for the other one, so I chose this one, and then y'all just make fun of me anyway. So
Let's hear the other one now.
it's surrounded by wolves, which is right above, and
Oh.
the seven thunders right next to it.
Wait, I'm confused. You said two, and now there's three.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Forget it. You said let's hear the other ones. I like these because
Like
they
I
have
said,
other.
typical
They have,
Deadly, dude.
they have the seven thunders in there, which is similar to what you guys were talking about with like Wendigo and like.
But you
Oh,
were a
yeah,
fan of
bringing back
you're a
some
fan
beasties.
you're a fan of the Seven Thunders in general, though.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
When I saw them, I was like, these are so cool.
Yes.
Um,
So this
but-
looks like
So,
just
so that
artwork
contract effect
even.
is never going to happen.
I didn't read the card. What are you doing? You said the art. I haven't read the card yet.
Moving on.
told
and then
you.
now surrounded by wolves. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. And I like that one because it's they're wolves.
Wolvies. They're cute.
Yeah. Look at them little howling in the background.
How dare I read the cards?
I like hold on. Looking at the numbers in this spoiler gallery, we're going to have 48 hollows question mark. I don't have the answer to that, but your math is probably better than mine. So
Why? Where's that number coming from? And I think it is going to be higher than
Probably
normal
him just
because of the
counting.
fusions. None of these are so like silver and bronze will not be hollow, right? So only golds can be full hollow. I do expect more in this set because of the fusion auras. I also, as we look at Wild
there's
7,
10. There's 10 right there, or 9, I should say.
yeah,
I'm
there's a bunch
sorry.
right here. So what's the
9 with the
here?
fusions.
41.
174 in the set.
That number's blocked, but yeah. I mean, is this the 40? That's 40. So there's going to be more than 40.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So all the golds and the fusion auras. There's going to be 9 fusion auras, and typically the last, I think, two or three sets they stopped at 40, with the special aura. So I think we're going to see 48, because I think the fusions are going to take place of that special aura slot, and then the additional 8 on top of that. But as we look to like the Wild 7, the the Hateful 8, etc., we're also going to see, I think, a higher number of those because the fusion auras, in my opinion, are going to count for that. They're going to be hollow only, and we know there's going to be 9 of them. So right there, we already know the base number is 9, and then on top of
Yeah.
that, say there's another 6, 7, 8. We're looking at somewhere. My guess is somewhere between 15 to 20 full hollow only cards.
Are there going to be any Aurifacts in this set, or is it only Fusion Auras?
I don't know.
They might take the place. I haven't
I don't
seen
like
one
that.
yet, right?
I don't like that. I mean, I want both.
I imagine. I don't think they're going to
Can't
drop
have
the Aurifact. Well, we could look at the numbers we've seen so far and try to piece it together. The Aurifacts have always been gold, right?
So this leads me to my next question that I was going to ask, which is
sorry, real quick, Cutthroat. Do we have a numbered list going yet on the site? And then just ask your question. He'll answer in the chat.
I want to know what aura combination. No aura essences, Mike said.
Damn.
It's upsetting. It's very upsetting for me. Because we don't have every combination yet, obviously.
Did he say ever, or did he say just this set?
No, it's probably just this set, honestly. Just like they do this with like the orbs weren't full, the sigils aren't full. We don't have all the sigils and stuff like that, I don't think yet. But like they go through their little phases and they come back type of thing. But my question was going to be, what aura combination would you like to see that we have not seen yet, possibly? Or like what aura types would you like more synergy with that we haven't seen? Not necessarily like a fusion aura or like an aura fact, like I'm saying, or like, but maybe like cards that would go together.
Light dark.
You've always wanted that. You just want to use Adam Ackler any way you want. That's really what it comes down to.
What?
Huh?
Adam Ackler? He's neutral. He's
Yeah,
Sam Sinclair.
You choose light or dark. Remember?
Well, I could technically choose light or dark however I want. I get that choice regardless.
So,
yeah, but it depends how your deck is going.
Just real quick, and reasons I love Cutthroat is he does already have a checklist on that page that's keeping track of, everything.
Hey, Cutthroat, I have some spreadsheets that I need made for work. Can I send you that?
You real quick? Yeah. Wow. No, that's dope.
All right, can I pick my beastie now?
I'm just gonna throw the link in the chat.
Ian, what's a combination? That's funny. What's a combination that you would like to see, Ian?
For an Aurifact or just in general?
No, just in general. Like so for this set, we're seeing a lot of like, let's say like light earth and dark earth, and like a lot of things paired with earth. What's something else like you would like to see? We do see some spirit dark, things like that we've already seen as well. But what's something in the future maybe that you would want to see paired together?
Forest Flame. I want to see some forest fires. No, honestly, I haven't really put much thought into it because I'm already happy with what I have with Dark Earth.
Okay.
Because I really enjoy it.
Spoiled.
But I'm also one of those people that I have such limited time that I don't really kind of go outside my comfort zone very often to try new aura types. So I get very comfortable with just kind of what I like and what I find. And that, that evolves with each set, but I'm not going into every set and trying everything. But kind of thinking about it, more frost support would probably be good. That one seems to be, it's slow, so tempo. Mixing that with something with a little more. Yeah, no, I know you don't.
Yeah, great answer.
No, we're just frost haters.
Frost haters. There are definitely some cards in Frost, and Frost actually is the first spellbook I ever played because that was my release event for UFO.
The UFO,
Alaskan Triangle, and I liked it, but it definitely was kind of slow, and looking at it after, I just felt like there wasn't a lot of great options for it, and I still kind of feel that way even after saying it. I know some people love Frost, but I feel like it could be beefed up a little more.
It's won some tournaments. I'm not saying
it has
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely good ways to use it. but mixing that with something that's a little faster would be good as well. So something like a Frost Flame.
Yeah. Oh, you already answered. I'm sorry. I'm stoned here a little bit, but but you also had a basic answer that we already have or a combination of. So my answer, yeah, they have some dark light pages. There was a whole theme deck around it in the net.
Yeah, but there's no artifact essence. There's no
Yeah,
dual aura.
That wasn't the question. RTFC.
That's not what I heard. You were talking about artifact essences, and then we're like, "What are the dual artifact essences that you want to see?" I was like, light dark.
So for me, I want to see something in the future where we could pair up Cosmic and Spirit. Those are the two that I want to pair together the most for some reason. I can't tell you why.
Cosmic and Spirit. I don't think I've ever seen that. So
I believe. Well, all right. So I believe
I think Earth and Cosmic, but not like actual mixed cards, but then Forest and Cosmic. I think I've seen a lot.
I'm fairly sure there are some beastie aliens that do have spirit. There's at least one. But I don't even think it's a cosmic alien. I think it's like a flame alien or something like that.
Fresno's has spirit.
Thanks, Harley.
Like the actual trait.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That is true. So
if you're talking about the trait, though.
Yes, but I want to see more synergy with like the whole thing, like spirit aura and cosmic aura cards in those decks being paired together more. But right now, like, there's not enough support from MetaZoo for that to happen. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's not MetaZoo's fault.
So no. I mean, we're just not there yet. You know?
Whoa!
No,
it's so aggressive towards MetaZoo here. I'm just the creators of the game.
But no, like one day I'm sure there's going to be combinations for everything. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that I would like. It doesn't have to be a fusion aura. It doesn't have to be an artifact essence. Maybe a dual aura beastie or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe some spells. I don't know. Maybe something that generates aura for one or the other types, or so. I don't know. Just some type of more synergy, cool. So I could mix the two together. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've had Deadly's heard me say it before. We've done this podcast before. We were better players than we are now. Before, like back in the days when we were arguing, like I was saying before. I've always said that those were my two favorite aura types, and I would love to pair them up together. So I'm sticking with that. I stand by it. I think it would be cool to have some aliens that I could bring back by saying choo choo and using Ghost Train. What are you pulling up over here, Ian?
Can you see my stuff? Oh, you can see. All right. I've been really weirded out that what I'm looking at ahead of time, but I forget that you are also an admin on
I can see your stuff here.
The program, so you can see what I'm doing down below. It's like,
what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing?
Plant a camera in my room? No, I just want to be mindful of time, but I had one more topic that I wanted to just kind of highlight real quick.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll close out for the night.
All right, let me. Well, geez, now you got me all flustered because you were calling me out.
So Deadly, why don't you give us a real answer then instead of your freaking light dark?
Yeah.
You asked for artifact essence. That's what I heard. I don't know. I'd have to say I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer.
That's not an answer.
All right, then I'm going to answer Trey, who just said, how would you archetype spirit, though?
Oh, no, he answered it for you. Just throw Morpheus in there. He answered it.
It's not. You got so much stuff to work with. You got Ghost Train. You got Familiar. You got that new Bones thing that we're saying with Familiar. You got... I use Blue Mist. I use Stakini Owl.
You're just naming spirit cards with like a little neutral cost.
You have seen me use every single one of these cards.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Blue Mist is a beast, dude. I use Bell Witch. I use all these cards. You know what I mean? But I would try to swarm the board with like, I'm just thinking like, hopefully there's some low cost aliens or something like that. Like let's just think like the Greys or something like that. I would try to swarm the board with the Cosmic because that's more what Cosmic does. And then I would try to bring shit back with Spirit if possible.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
This is what you'd like. You want to do if they made a beastie alien into a spirit, then you could grab it with the lizard people. So you could start grabbing potentially a different aura type with it. That would be a cool interaction.
That would be great. So you've already seen me do stuff like that with Felix Stowe Fire Demon. I've done that.
He's a beastie alien, yeah.
You've seen me do that. I've done that before, and I love Felix Stowe Fire Demon because you could reawaken beasties and smack caster with it. So I would do that.
Yeah, there was a time when we were messing around with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like stuff like that.
I also did it. I was trying to do it with Quetz. I think you were doing it with Quetz too. We were trying to,
Yeah, with the Felix though, yeah.
Yeah, because you reawaken a beastie and then have to. I think you immediately have to swing at caster with it.
Yeah, so, it's almost like a lightning in a bottle just to swing a caster in a way.
Yeah. Ooh, he likes
cosmic effigies. Cosmic effigies. I see. I could get down with something like that. So effigies, they're my go-to. I saw them and fell in love with them, and I use them with Gassy, Ghost Train, and Casey Jones. So if effigy's not popping off, I could at least use the Casey Jones and the Ghost Train combo.
Thank God they introduced these towers, or else we'd all just be playing against MJ's effigy deck and just struggling with that. The only thing I kind of was beating 50% of the time at best was Dark Earth.
Dark Earth.
That was because it was
Dark
slow
Earth
down
and water. Water would beat me too.
Yeah. I just never was playing water,
but,
so I never knew.
But those were the only two that were giving me any trouble at all. I mean, I just won Immortals Invitational with effigies, and second place was another effigies deck. And we had a tying score. It's just like the way that it worked out.
So brutal.
Yeah, but they were both effigies decks. Effigies are good, man.
I'm just saying in general, it's brutal to play against.
Effigies are good, dude. Yeah,
because I have a problem.
That's why I try to play them and not play against them. You know what
I mean? I have a problem with when is the right time to go after the effigies versus swinging at you. Obviously, a larger attack needs to be potentially swung at the caster, but if you only have 2 or 3 beasties out and one swinging for 80, and you got these other guys, you're still leaving effigies on the board unless you swing all of them at effigies. Then you're wasting LP damage.
And my deck is a little weird too. I have less than 10 beasties in it, and 4 of them are Casey Jones and Gassy. You know what I mean? It's a weird deck, but it works.
Click this. Justice, Sentry Box Devil. Dude, so there's a ruling. I mean, probably people already know this. MJ, did you know?
Sentry Box Devil, dude. Oh, you had a beast Sentry Box Devil deck.
No, it actually wasn't that good. Compared to what it's become now.
True.
I mean, it was all right.
True.
Compared to what I've seen other people build and added in there, mine definitely was on the weaker side. It was decent. But hear me out. Most people probably know this. I don't know if you know it, MJ, but there's a new ruling that you can literally drop out a ding bell for 0 and it just dies. And it becomes a Sentry Box Devil kill. So when it triggers a Sentry Box, and then it would make you, the opponent, sacrifice a BC.
Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw that ruling.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is literally it's literally just kill cards in your hand.
So what are you gonna throw 10 of them in there?
No. It's too many. But a couple.
How many ding bells can you even have? Is it 8 or 10? I don't even know.
I feel like it's he says you have 8. But I don't know. That is probably accurate. I can't remember. I haven't played Ding Bells in so long.
Me neither. But that actually, not just in December when we got the Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. I built some Ding Bell deck, and I never played it. Actually, I never even played it.
That sucks. So you
But it's
like build
built-
this deck, and you're
I
just
still
like, no one
it's
wants
still
to play with you.
it's still built. Yeah, I'll just take my ball and go home.
Take your ding ball and go home, bro.
But no, I do have the deck built somewhere, but it's a ding bell deck
Oh.
with those ding bell ornament thingies and all that stuff.
Is there an errata for this?
Let's see.
Click that.
I'm thankful for the errata where you can use Century's arena effect once per turn.
What's his arena effect?
So it's only once per turn.
No, is that what his arena effect is? Now I want to find it. Is it in
I believe the arena effect is what you were saying, where you sacrifice where the other opponent has
It must
to
be
go.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think he has a power too.
That is nasty, right? I saw that like only recently. I feel like whenever there was like a rule change update or something like that, I feel like that's when I noticed the ding bell thing. But Ian, what's your last topic before we close out?
Yes, because it is getting late.
Friday night.
Just
Feeling
one of
alright?
the spoil. It's Friday night, true. One of the spoiler cards that was pulled from a pack I thought was very interesting. The Auklet. Because this actually was originally teased over a year ago with different art. And I got to switch my browsers 1 second. So Auklet is one of the ambassador cards. I forgot exactly which country. Does it say here? Is that Alaska? But it would have been from a different country here. So it's not the first time we're seeing Auklet, and from what I can tell from this very blurry image from MetaZoo, is that it is not the same cards. This ambassador card has 60 LP. It looks like it's neutral and frost. Is that frost? That looks like frost to me.
It looks like frost.
It looks
and
like frost. Yeah.
isn't there
Water above
the Lala Wake?
Oh yeah, that's one right here.
Lala. But these that doesn't even look like the same beastie though.
It is, yeah. So it has the fin, it has the tail. This is Auklet. It's definitely been
Oh,
teased.
it looks the same as him.
Yeah. But I just found it interesting that the cards that we saw last year as ambassador cards, so the Jin, the La Llorona, Drop Bear, Manaya, we could be seeing them come back in core sets. They wouldn't technically have the same functionality.
Yeah.
But which is good, because that actually I was worried that the Auklet that we were getting in native had the same effects as the one in the ambassador promos, and that would be very bad for people that just bought a ton of Manayas, because it would devalue the LGS or the distributor promo version, which are much more rare, harder to get. But I'm excited for that, because some of these beasties like Nessie are going to get, but they're going to be hard to get as distributors.
I didn't even remember there were this many of them. If I'm being honest,
there was like 12 of them, I believe.
And how come we only see like 2 or 3 of these? Like I remember the one you're showing us. I remember the koala bear thing.
It's Drop Bear,
Australia,
New Zealand, or whatever.
Mexico,
I remember. See, I don't remember Mexico. I don't remember
China.
most of these, honestly.
I remember. It was one of the first news videos I ever did was on these.
Now I need to get these, dude.
Just go back a year ago and watch my channel. The Jin, so I think that's India. This one was Japan, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there are a lot of cool cards.
A lot of cool cards
from the distributor promos there, and the idea was great. But as far as I'm aware, we've only ever seen Manaya and Drop Bear released to the public. So we have the envelopes, which are going to debut at the Earth Tower in 2 weeks. And those envelopes, mystery envelopes, you have a chance of getting a distributor promo. So it sounds like, I don't want to say they've abandoned kind of their original plan, but it sounds like they've at least adjusted it such that they want to get these cards out in the wild that they teased, a little over a year ago. These all have wilderness symbols on them, if you see that there.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start hopefully seeing these in the wild within the next 2 months, I'd say. Because I imagine you have to get the envelope and then redeem it.
What's the neutral one down there?
The neutral one, I don't
Go
see
down
it.
at the bottom. At the bottom. Yeah,
Oh, these are
neutral.
the WPT promos.
And
that's last year's
play.
$4 promo.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Like,
They were all printed at the same time. Over
Yeah,
here,
so they're
the
saying that in the chat. And I was just like,
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Over here's the NFT Wild One Pin Club promo.
Yeah, Deadly, you have that Spooklight promo, right?
It's a good one. One of my favorite spook lights.
Oh no, you sold it. I think.
Somebody else has it. I just have paper money that eventually will be rendered useless in this country.
One day.
With the going trend.
Well, that is a good way to end the episode, though, Ian. I would not have noticed that. So thank you for pointing that out. And I do hope that we see more of those in the future. And I honestly hope that they maybe have the same, what's it called? Playability. Even though you're saying
hopefully different effects, because that would
I'm hoping same ones too, because so it won't. I don't think it will devalue it. I guess it will. I guess
it will.
It will.
Because it would be much more common to get that effect.
But the artwork would be different and more. Yeah,
I won't buy one because I don't care. If it's the same thing as this non-hollow piece of paper.
All right, I'm sorry. Again, I'm just a selfish player, so I'm wrong here. So
no. See, the thing is, you're not wrong, because you're not the first person to disagree with me on that. But I think if you release that same, you take Benaya for example, and you release that same exact card in a core set. Yeah, I personally believe that the distributor promo Manaya is not going to be worth as much, because people are buying it for things like the water tower, because it has that very useful effect that they want to use or want to utilize for that event, right? If they can get that cheaper, they're going to get it cheaper.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I get it. Yeah. So you're right. It will devalue and everything. So I just want to have everything to play with. That's my, again, selfish player attitude, but there's many cards that I already don't have. So so it would just be another one on the list, basically. Yeah. It already is on the list. So it wouldn't change anything. Let's put it that way, actually. It just wouldn't change anything. But yeah, that's it for me for this episode. Ian, give us your announcements, man.
Yeah, well, some of you might already be on the Cardboard and Coffee YouTube, so if you are and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That's really all I have to talk about this week, I think. Yeah, go for it.
Deadly, you got any last notes before I say my closing piece here? You're just vibing out to the background music, dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, first thing is just check out, the MetaZoo archives. That's where we were getting all these spoilers from. That's where Cutthroat Zoo has been putting in all the work and writing articles and making sure that we get all the spoilers that are released daily up there. Then lastly, I just want to remind everybody that this podcast is sponsored again by Immortal Workshop. So please check out immortalworkshop.com. He's got native pre-orders up for sale. He is a MetaZoo partner. And you can use code Caster's Corner at checkout, and that will let him know that you came from us. Great guy, great products, and he gets it out to you quick. That's something else. I always get my products really quick from Immortal.
So one thing to note on that too is two things he's offering. The way that he does the release event boxes is he will guarantee that you get all 5, so they do come opened. But if you mix that with the fact that you're going to be that you're going to be in New York, he is offering to bring product to New York for a small fee, $1. So it, kind of piggybacking off of what Cutthroat was saying, where something to be careful of or to watch out for native is what's going to be in the release events. You could buy the release event boxes and then pick them up in New York City before the tower event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
definitely,
guarantee yourself that.
I didn't see
Definitely-
that you had that up. That's cool.
definitely check out Immortal. Definitely get your products from them. And if you're going to be in New York, pay that extra $1. Why not? You know what I mean? Get that product, try to rip it, try to fix your deck the day of the event. But then again, I just want to remind everybody also that if you are on our YouTube, Caster's Corner, where you were watching Cryptid Conversations, like, subscribe, comment, anything like that on the channel. Once we get to 250 subscribers on the channel, again, Immortal Workshop will be sponsoring our giveaway, which we are going to be giving away either a native revive box or I'm sorry, I messed that up, a native booster box or a wilderness revive box. So make sure if you're not subscribed, you subscribe so we could give that box away to somebody sooner than later. And yeah, that's pretty much it for us, guys. In the future, I plan on, hosting some more events like I used to do in the past. I just settled in finally to my new apartment. So I'm looking forward to doing that pretty soon. I messaged Deadly this week and he ignored me about doing some more gameplay videos. So hopefully we get some more gameplay videos out for you guys again. But yeah, just follow the channel and we plan on getting some more content out. I enjoyed doing this live, so hopefully we do more lives.
This was great to actually be able to talk to people and get some feedback and be told when
Yeah.
we're wrong
Yeah,
in real time.
which is
That
often. So yeah, just again follow the channels and hopefully we see you guys soon. But that is it for this week. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good night, guys.
Oh yeah, I have to hit end broadcast. This is something.
Yeah, you
that's
do.
new.
Do it.
You do.